When guarding an important area like a bank, there are generally two paradigms: CCTV and manned guarding. CCTV cameras are installed around a business and the footage is looked at regularly to ensure the premise is free from crime. In comparison, manned guarding involves guards continually monitoring and being on site to deal with any incidents of illegal behavior. But which of these approaches is better? Unfortunately, the answer isn't simple. While one may have advantages in some domains, the other has an advantage in others. Thus, businesses will have to investigate their circumstances to decide which is best suited. The advantages manned guarding has over CCTV guarding are as follows. Quicker on-site response. Since the guard's always physically present on the site, it allows for a quicker response to any stimulus, which in most cases is in the form of the criminals entering the premises. The guards can collaborate and act on the spot without having to wait on anyone. In comparison, CCTV guarding involves sending a notice to the nearest police station or to the guards who are in their cabins. It takes them some time to reach the scene, which in some cases is enough time for the criminals to escape. Criminals will have second thoughts. When criminals try to enter a premise but see guards everywhere, they will undoubtedly have second thoughts. The reason they have second thoughts is mainly because they get intimidated by heavy guarding, or they assume that it is in collaboration with some CCTV. This in turn proves to be a nightmare for the criminals. Fewer chances of successful escape. We have discussed that in CCTV guarding, the criminals may have a higher chance of escaping successfully. This is because of the slower response time. However, those chances are significantly diminished in manned guarding. Even if the criminals have an upper hand, the guards can have them detained or stopped until backup arrives, therefore reducing their chances of escape and completing their criminal activity. The advantages of CCTV guarding over manned guarding are as follows. Greater coverage of the area. The cameras can be installed everywhere, including in places where it's difficult for people to be. This maximum coverage reduces the space for criminals to go unnoticed and sneak in and out. Whereas there is a limit to what area manned guards can cover. Guards may have to patrol a whole site, which could leave some areas open for criminals. Less manpower required. Just a few people would be sufficient to cover all the areas where the CCTV guarding method is used. Generally speaking, one guard is more than capable of monitoring and assessing potential threats in a dedicated CCTV monitoring booth. Facial records of escaped criminals. Let's assume that the criminals have successfully escaped. In such a case, there's a high probability that the guard will forget how the individual looks or the vehicle, its number, or the direction the criminals speed off to. However, with CCTV, all the footage is recorded and saved. Even if the guards fail to capture some details in their mind, the footage can be seen to look for more clues by the police. Moreover, this can also be used as concrete evidence against the criminals in court. More efficient overall response. We've discussed that manned guarding allows for a better on-site response, however CCTV allows for a better overall response, despite its drawback in many domains. If CCTV guarding is facilitated by manned guarding, you have the perfect guarding mechanism right at your disposal. The probability of success for the criminals diminishes significantly, and the premises and the people within it are safe. Conclusion: which one is better? As you can see, upsides and downsides exist in both types of guarding. The best form of guarding for anyone would be to use a hybrid of both CCTV and manned guarding. However, if the budget is limited, you may want to go with CCTV with at least one guard on site.